Dear friends, welcome. Have you ever thought what can be the right path for liberation? Some people meditate in silence, some serve others selflessly, some chant the name of God with devotion, and others seek truth through deep inquiry. So, which path is the right one? In this video, we'll explore the four great paths to liberation, which are timeless teachings from Indian spirituality. And let us understand what Ramana Maharshi taught on each path for liberation. From many centuries, spiritual masters have described different ways to reach liberation or moksha, freedom from suffering and the cycle of birth and death. Among the most well known are Karma Yoga, the path of action, Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion, Jnana Yoga, the path of knowledge, and Raja Yoga, the path of meditation. Let's break each one down in a simple and practical way to make you understand in an easier way. Karma Yoga is the path of selfless action. It teaches do your duty but don't be attached to the results. This idea is deeply explained in the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna advises Arjuna to act without selfish desire. In daily life, this means working without ego, helping others without expecting reward, and letting go of outcomes. This is a powerful path for liberation because attachment creates suffering. When you act without attachment, your mind becomes free. Ramana Maharshi did not teach elaborate action practices, but he have given a powerful insight saying that act without the sense of I am the doer. This is Karma Yoga in its purest form. When actions happen without ego, they no longer bind you. This naturally purifies the mind, making it ready for self-enquiry. Bhakti Yoga is the path of love and devotion. Here, the focus is surrendering yourself to the divine, whether you call it God, the universe, or a high power. Saints like Mirabai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu express this path through singing, prayer, and complete surrender. In Bhakti Yoga, you chant, you pray, you remember the divine constantly, and slowly the ego melts away through love. This path is especially powerful for emotional and heart-centered people. Even though Ramana Maharshi emphasized self-enquiry, he also spoke deeply about devotion. He said, true surrender and true knowledge are the same. In Bhakti Yoga, you surrender your ego to God. Ramana Maharshi himself showed deep devotion to Arunachala, which he considered the self itself. For many seekers, devotion is easier than self-inquiry because it replaces effort with love. Jnana Yoga, the path of wisdom and self-inquiry. This path involves deep reflection, study of truth, and direct inner inquiry. It is often considered the most direct path, but also the most subtle and challenging. The central path taught by Ramana Maharshi is self-inquiry. Ramana Maharshi taught that by deeply investigating the self, you can realize your true nature beyond the body and mind. The method is simple. Ask, who am I? But not as a mental question. Instead, a thought arises. You ask, to whom has this thought occurred? Answer, to me. Then ask, who am I? And turn attention inward. Ramana Maharshi said, this is the most direct path because it goes straight to the root, the I thought. When the root disappears, all suffering disappears. Raja Yoga is the path of mental discipline and meditation. It is systematized in the teachings of Patanjali, especially in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. This path includes practices like concentration, breath control, meditation, and ethical living. The goal is to still the mind, because when the mind becomes silent, your true nature is revealed. Practices like breath control and concentration help calm the mind. Ramana Maharshi acknowledged this, but he gave a warning. A still mind is not enough because the ego can return. So instead of just calming the mind, he advised going deeper, finding out who the mind belongs to. What if you would have got a question, which path is the best? Here's the simple truth as taught by Ramana Maharshi. Liberation is not something you achieve, it's something you realize. You are already the self. The problem is you identify with the body and mind. So all spiritual paths, according to him, are ways to remove this false identification. So here's the powerful insight. Ramana Maharshi did not divide paths, he unified them. Selfless action, that is Karma Yoga, removes ego. Devotion, that is Bhakti Yoga, surrenders ego. And meditation, that is Raja Yoga, quiets ego. And self-enquiry, that is Jnana Yoga, destroys ego. Different approaches, but the destination is the same. According to Ramana Maharshi, self-enquiry goes directly to the root. That's why he called it the shortest path. Though these paths seem different, they all lead to the same destination: freedom from ego, freedom from suffering, and realization of your true self. Whether through love, whether through action, love, knowledge, or meditation, the goal is the same. A devotee once asked Ramana Maharshi, "Should I follow devotion or knowledge?" Ramana Maharshi replied, "First find out who is asking the question." That was his answer to everything, not as a philosophy, not as theory, just turning inward again and again. Ramana Maharshi taught that all these paths are preparing you for one thing: to discover who you truly are. Remember, liberation is not something far away, and it's not reserved for monks or sages. It's a possibility here and now. The real question is, which path resonates with you? And in the comments, tell me, which path do you feel most connected to? Action, devotion, knowledge, or meditation?